Good morning. This is Mrs. Cerna from the office. Please pause for a moment of silent reflection. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have a great day and go Spartans!
Well, good morning. Welcome to SNN. Today is Friday, September the 25th.
I just wanted to give a Frost Strong shout out to Grant D., who is a rock star in first period STEM. Did you know that he helped several of his classmates with linking their flip grids to their class kick slides? Way to be Frost Strong, Grant.
Even as a media teacher, I don't know if I could have done that. Way to go, Grant. Hey, everybody, today is National Comic Book Day, and that is the reason we are here. Mr. Ferguson, let's talk about comic books here for a second.
Okay.
When did you first start reading comics?
Why, I started reading comics in high school, and as a matter of fact, this is the very first issue that I have ever read for comic books. A Batman comic, number 414.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. It's a good cover, too.
Why, thank you. What about you, Mr. Burak?
Well, I actually started reading comics when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I was up at the Lake Lawn Lodge in Wisconsin with my parents on a family trip, and I walked past the comic rack and I found the old Devil Dinosaur number 8.
Devil Dinosaur.
Back in those days, in the 70s, giant monsters and robots were very popular. So I wound up buying Devil
Yeah, they were.
Dinosaur. Yeah, they were. Devil Dinosaur number 8.
Yes?
And I got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, number 22, where Devil Dinosaur actually appears in it. I thought that was pretty cool when I was a kid. And of course, I needed some giant Japanese robots fighting other giant Japanese robots because
Who doesn't want
in the 70s,
robots fighting?
that's kind of how all that went.
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah, the Shogun Warriors were awesome. So go ahead, Mr. Ferguson.
Oh, what kind of a comic book collector am I?
Oh, yeah. What kind, Mr. Ferguson?
I like to collect different artists. This is Alex Ross. He actually did this beautiful mural that you see down below.
Yeah, on the desk. I wish I knew who Alex Ross was.
Really?
I've never heard his name before.
Well, one thing that I really like about collecting comics is that you get to share your hobby, your passion with other people, such as Mr. Burak, who has, here is a new edition,
Oh, very nice.
a She-Hulk, part of the Marvel mural.
That's right, and she'll be getting her own TV series, live action, very soon.
That's right. And
Ooh, Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer. Again, part of the, he's over there.
There, somewhere. Yes. Very good. I, on the other hand, like Mr. Ferguson here, like certain artists and like certain writers and stuff like that, I'm a little bit more OCD, and I need to get things all lined up. I like a whole run. I need to read the whole story. And, my comic collecting career hasn't been like Mr. Ferguson's, where he'll just go out and pick up certain issues that catch his eye or, he's interested in. I collect long runs of comics, most specifically my favorite, the Fantastic Four, with my favorite character, The Thing. And I have a lot of these, my oldest one being the one that Mr. Ferguson bought me for my birthday. How about that? Fantastic Four, number 94.
How about that?
I know, right? I know.
That's fantastic.
And I'll just say, I haven't always collected comics. I collected as a kid, but then when I went to college, I kind of dropped off. And just to piggyback off of what Mr. Ferguson said, I was walking through a Borders Books in Yorktown Mall, and I came across this thing when I was in college, and I hadn't read a comic in a long time. And this is Marvels by Alex Ross, which if you haven't read, you really should. I just saw the cover of this and how well it was painted and drawn. It got me right back into it, and now I spend way too much money, and my wife just gets mad at me on a weekly basis.
Indeed. when you were talking about having things written by some of your favorite writers, one of my favorite is Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis has written things from historical fiction, like World War II stories, all the way to
Ooh.
children's short stories.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Written by Garth Ennis. And so I also like other comic book artists. One is J. Scott Campbell. This is Detective Comics 1027.
Wow.
This is the 1000th appearance of Batman.
Wow.
On sale now. Go to your local comic book store. And the other thing that I like about comic book collecting is that you can, as you saw with the Fantastic Four, you can give things to your friends. Here, Mr. Burak.
Holy cow. Well, thank you, Mr. Ferguson. A Fantastic Four, number 17 by Dan Slott. This is wonderful. I do not have this one. I have to read this so I can continue on with my run that I'm reading right now. Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome.
And I got to just say before we leave this little segment here, you know, reading comics, you guys, is a great hobby. It promotes literacy. There's good art. There's good stories. One of my favorite quotes came in the Chicago Tribune that said, if you are not reading graphic novels or comic books right now, you are missing half of the good literature on planet Earth. So
That's very true.
It is very true. All right, my friends, what do we got going on in sports?
Well, hey, I don't know if anybody has been keeping track, but the Chicago Cubs and the
Boo.
Sox
Yay!
are going to be facing off tonight
Tonight,
in the last series before the playoffs.
Playoffs?
And if you can
who
believe
said
it,
anything about playoffs?
the Sox and the Cubs are actually in the playoffs.
I know. The possibilities of a crosstown World Series played in Texas or California sounds terrific to me. Sounds terrific. Also this weekend, the Chicago Bears. Bear down. We'll play the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday afternoon. The good news for the Bears is the Falcons wide receiver, their top wide receiver, has a hamstring injury, so that bodes pretty well for us. All right, take it away, Mr. Ferguson.
All right, well, hey, thank you so much, Spartans, and have a great day.
Always remember to be safe, respectful, and responsible everywhere you go because you are part of the Frost Spartan family. Be Frost strong.